Seventh grade advanced class. Let's go ahead and start with our homework for dilation. I'm going to do number 7, all the odd ones. So it's here, draw an image of triangle DEF after a dilation with center 0, 0. Center means here, origin, all right? And the scale factor of 2. Scale factor of 2 means I'm going to multiply everything by 2. Well, we know that 0, 0 is going to leave me, even if I multiply both those numbers by 2, 0 times 2 is 0. So that leaves me right back here with D prime. Now, I can also say that E is at 2, 0. So that's 2 and 0, which means I would multiply 2 times 2, and that would give me 4. And I multiply 0 times 2, and that would still get me 0. So that new coordinate will be 4 and 0 right here. Then we look at F, which is 0 and 2. And I think everyone's catching the rhythm here. When we multiply this by a scale factor of 2, this is going to give me 0 times 2, which is 0, 2 times 2, which is 4, and that gives me 0, 4. So 0 and 4. And that tells me that my new triangle will be from here to here. Okay? And let's see. So the new coordinates, okay, find the coordinates of each point for the original one. D was 0, 0. E was 4 and 0. F was 0 and 4. Okay, and then for the new one, D is still going to be 0, 0. E is now going to be 4 and 0. I'm sorry, I messed this one up over here. Forgot we were talking about the original. The original was actually 2 and 0, and 0 and 2. Apologies. So the actual E prime will be 4 and 0, and F prime will be 0 and 4. Sorry about that. All right, let's go to, let's set to graph the image. We already did. Let's go to number 9 now. For dilation with center 0, 0, again, dilation is here. The graph showed on the graph, your friend said the scale factor is 5 over 2. What is the correct scale factor? What mistake did he make? When solving for this, what I want to do is go to the original figure, and the original figure you can see is A up here, right? And A prime is down here. So what I do is I'm going to look at what Y is, because X would have been 0 for both, right? And Y was 5, right? And then that's on my prime, or my pre-image. My prime is going to be 2. So that means 5 times some scale factor equals 2. So I can find out what this is by simply using my inverse operations. The opposite of multiplying is dividing. I divide this by 5, which gives me 2 divided by 5, and that's going to equal 2 over 5. Does everyone see? We got x equals 2 over 5. So the scale factor is not 5 over 2. It's actually 2 over 5. And that should have been a gimme, because remember, when we make something bigger, it has to be between 1, has to be bigger than 1. When we make something smaller, it has to be between 0 and 1. All right? So he got the numerator and denominator mixed up. Number 11 is mine to do, and it's the last one. Q prime, R prime, and S prime, or QRST prime, is the image of QRST after dilation with the center of origin. Find the scale factor. Once again, the pre-image seems to be the bigger one, and the prime image seems to be the one that's smaller. So I'm going to take any one of these coordinates. Let's go ahead and go with R this time. And I'm going to say R, I'm going to go with the X this time, and R is 16. And I'm going to show whether I go with X or Y works, okay? So the scale factor, if I said R was 16, and since it's the pre-image, 16 times some scale factor is going to equal, well, if this is r, then r prime here would be uh, 4, right? Because x was 16 over here, r was 4. So in this case, I would take 16 and divide it away from 16x, which means I divided away from 4. And this is going to give me 1/4, because I know I can divide 4 and 16 by 4 and get 1/4. All right, so that means my scale factor is 1/4. Just to show you it could work with my y, I'm going to take r this time and use y. This time it would be 4, right? And times some scale factor. And actually, yeah, 4. And then I would find where r is over here, and I've seen that it's at 1, right? Because between 2 and 0 is 1. So some number times 4 equals 1. And once again, when I divide by 4, I get 1 over 4, right? So everyone can see, no matter if I use my y or my x as my reference, I'm going to go ahead and get the same scale factor. All right, so my scale factor is 1/4. Next, it says find the area of each parallelogram. I know the formula for a parallelogram is length times width, just like a rectangle. I know this because if I was to go ahead and cut this piece out here and move it over here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, it would actually make a perfect rectangle, right? So if I move that here, I'm actually making a perfect rectangle. So I'm going to take those back off, and I know that I can use length times width. And now that I know that, I'm going to say the length of this parallelogram is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the length is 12, right? And the height is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is 12 times 12, and we know that's 144. All right. So the area of the pre-image, okay, that's going to be, let's see, QRST, QRST. So QRST prime is going to be the area of the smaller one. The smaller one is 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be 3 times 3, and that equals 9. So 9 is Q prime, R prime, S prime, and T prime. All right, QRST prime. And that's our area right there, all right? 144 and 9. And that's all of them that I had. Looks like I will see you in class, or we'll go over the rest of them. Have a great night.